This is my Masterbuilt portable barbecue and smoker. We take it to the allotment, to the beach and everything, but we hopefully want to keep it at the allotment in the shed, which is not particularly waterproof at the best of times. And the cover for it only covers the barbecue section, this little bit. It doesn't cover the tables or the trolley that it came with. So I thought it would be a good idea to buy a sofa outdoor cover and cut that up to make a barbecue cover. I thought it would be a good idea because I've just finished it. It's behind me here, and I'll show you how it's going to be stored. But it probably was one of the worst. Well, it was my first sewing project, and it was so difficult. But I'll let you go along with the journey. I'll show you how it also is set up to cover the barbecue because it's not this square shape because I store it on its side. So let me show you what it looks like standing up, and then I'll move over to inside where I explain the project. Before we go inside, I'll actually show you what the cover looks like that I ended up making. One key point to actually work out is it's one big panel from front to back, and then two side panels sewn on top. But because of the shape of the barbecue, it turned out being a lot bigger than I expected because of this dead space at the top and then also all at the bottom. But I'll take you along the journey. So we're back inside. This is the sofa cover that I ordered online. It's been a few days since I recorded the introduction, which I had to re-record, do a voiceover because the building work that is going on. So it's 215 by 87. The thing that I need to do now is to unpick everything and lay it all out, and then on the iPad I'm going to draw up a design for the cover. I'm thinking it's probably going to be 4 pieces of fabric, one long one over the top, one at the bottom, and then 2 side panels. One of the main reasons I went for a sofa cover is because it's cheaper fabric, as I've explained before, but again, I've got a bag I can store the cover in. It comes with buckles on it. So what I'll do next is add a time lapse on, and I'll go through and pick all of these seams out that you can see. So I'm just left with one piece of fabric. So let me put time lapse on and open this all out. So I've done one 87 centimeters, I think it was 90 centimeters, and I'm probably halfway through the 215 centimeter bit, but the unpicking is just not worth it. I believe I'm not going to get that much extra fabric out. I'd rather just cut the hem out and do it again. So what's the saying? The juice wasn't worth the squeeze. So I'm just going to cut it out, but I will keep unpicking these buckles and the Velcro as well that is attached onto it, just because I want to keep those for this project or another project. So back to the time lapse, and I'm just going to cut out a panel and then go measure the barbecue. So I've cut one panel off and folded it in half so I can measure it. It is roughly, yeah, this length here is 210, and I fold it in half, and then, yeah, just over 90 centimeters with the hem allowance. So what I need to do is go out there, measure the barbecue, and I think I'm going to try and do one panel up and over, and then 2 side panels and then sew it together. The hemming had this, what I'm assuming is waterproof tape on the inside, so I think I might buy some of that for this because it's not very thick. But it started to rain then. Now it started to rain, so I kind of need to just get the barbecue covered. I should have probably just used the cover and just had loads of fabric, but we're here now. So I will measure out the barbecue and then also cut out the panel. I don't know if I'll keep it 90 centimeters wide. I'll see how close it is, but I'll take some measurements and then go onto the iPad to just draw it out quickly. Right, so I've cut my 2 side panels to 50 by 120, so these are the side ones. I have my long 300 centimeter front and back panel, which you would have seen on the iPad. The iPad, I'm just going to show you the time lapse and hopefully slow it down and talk through why my thought process. I made some mistakes, obviously, but yes, right. The point that I'm at now, I have clipped all along the first seam for one of the side panels, and then I'm probably going to do a zigzag stitch or something all the way down this side, then clip the top and then clip the other side, and then hopefully this second panel would go on quite nicely. I am at the stage where I'm doubting why I believed I can do this. Why do I not just spend the money? The unpicking the fabric, not worth it, just buy the fabric. And as well, within this seam of the original sofa cover, it had this tape on in there, and I believe that's to make it more waterproof. I'm obviously just going to do an over hem stitch. I don't know, this was 2 stitches in a chain. I'm not sure if this has it, but I think probably doing a zigzag stitch or a row with stitches in between is probably going to be, I don't know. I really should have looked it up, but here we are. I'll do a time lapse of me sewing this first sheet. Actually, the next video you will see is the complete thing. I'm just going to set up the time machine, time lapse, and just try and run it all through. First side is done, and again, oh, this stuff is so slippery. I'm at the point of the project where I'm considering why I thought I could do this, but we're here. And I thought, oh, this was actually sewn really nicely, and I've just not done it justice, but this is fine. This is the first side, and because of the fabric is so, I've done it in white purposely so I can see my sewing, but because of the fabric is so slippery, it sometimes, if I grip it too much, it really bunches together, and then sometimes it's a quite nice even stitch. The clips are slipping all over the place. It's a nightmare. And I've just realized that I've left the back panel as 90 centimeters and the side panels are 50. So I'm gonna have to cut down the whole long length 50 centimeters, which isn't fun, but the sewing machine is all right. It's going really nicely. I just have to now cut along the whole length, because here you can see a bit better. It's 50 centimeters, but it's actually 90 centimeters from the width. So I'll cut that length down, sew the top, and then hopefully it will be done. I did want to sew the Velcro in and everything, but at this point, I'm just going to get it to cover it, and then I'll deal with everything else another day. Scrap what I just said. I don't need to cut the sides. The sides are fine. I thought that I needed to sew these bits together next. I thought I needed to sew this edge to the inside, but I don't. What I need to do is carrying on sewing this bit to this bit to make this right angle pocket. Do you know what? Buying the fabric and picking it all out, it was cheaper, but it was a job within itself. And I'm realizing with all the hobbies that I get into, barbecuing, sewing, cooking, you spend so much time preparing. So by the time you actually get to doing the cooking or the barbecuing or whatever that you want to do, gardening, actually it's all spent doing prep work, which I know someone could have told me, but don't waste your time. Don't waste your time. Buy the ingredient, buy everything as made as possible so you can do the thing that you love, which is sewing or cooking, right? I will pin up the rest of this and then sew it. Hopefully the next time you see me, it will be a bag for the barbecue. I know I said the next time you'll see me, the project will be done, but I've done the top stitch, which has actually turned out at an angle, which is nice. And the last thing is to see if I got all the measurements right, which I doubted myself a minute ago. These two edges should line up because it was 120, 50, 120. Yeah, 125, 120, and they actually line up. I didn't cut it straight, but at least the corners lined up, so something is done right. So I'm gonna clip these all together again, and then once this side is all done, I'll do the other side, and then it will be finished. So as promised, it was done, but this end did not line up, but the others did. So I don't know how to really fix that other than if I put these two ends together. You can see the fabric's out a little bit, so I don't know if I should lay it down and cut it flush maybe. You'll see that this, yeah, it is just cut on a bias there, so I'm going to cut that off. But yeah, cut that off, and then I'm toying with the idea that this is the string that it came with to do a hem around the whole of the bottom, so then I can string it up. I don't know if I've got the energy today, but I'll cut off this extra dodgy cut bit, and then we'll go and fit it to the barbecue outside. It's the end of the video. The next video I filmed after finishing the project was the intro video, but I didn't really record an outro, so thank you for watching. It was an absolute struggle for me, but it was my first big project. The last project, or the first project I ever sewn, was a little bread bag, and this is the first one that I've really followed through all the way and had my own vision with. So hopefully I will get better, but the experience only cost me £17, and I've got a barbecue cover that somewhat works at the moment. We'll see in the winter, but thank you for watching. I normally do cooking and allotment videos, but whatever I need to do, I'll normally just make a video of it and have a record so I can look back on. But thank you for watching, and if you want some other more content, you can subscribe.